Hi, y'all. Real Housewives of Potomac just premiered. So we start off with Giselle training Grace again, and Grace trying to crash into basically everything possible. Then she's kind of working on her home. She takes us outside. The home is so mismatched. Like one has siding, one has brick. The other one looks, her garage looks super modern. So it's like, what is going on? Then the landscaping is just like a wild forest. And I'm just like, girl, are you sure you want to invite people to this house? Anyways, her and Robin are on the phone discussing their new podcast. Big ups to them. They have like a contract with iHeartRadio. But she's talking about people coming to the house for the debut. But then she's being shady, talking about she's gonna have Karen and Wendy use the outside facilities versus being able to go to a house, that they have apparently been shady. I've never seen Wendy say not one thing about Giselle's home ever. Karen might have, but I don't even think that's recent. Plus, they just squashed the beef. So Robin is like, y'all just made up. What's the big deal? I'm not co-signing this nonsense if you're gonna have the ladies like not be able to use your facilities and stuff like that. So after that, she was like, well, I'll let them come in. So we get to Karen. Karen's prototypes are ready, her 3 wick candles, which she makes it a point to tell us every time. But I mean, Karen is about her business. She gets it done. That's just what it is. Anyways, so then she's out there talking to Ray. Someone calls Ray or texts Ray. Apparently, some young, beautiful thing. I'm like, girl, that's a spam call. But she and Ray kind of make a joke about it. Ray's like, girl, what am I going to do with a young person? I don't have the energy. So they laugh about it and they kind of move on. Then we go to Candace's house. Mama Dot is over there being shady as usual. So Candace brings it up to her that, hey, I heard they were asking about my husband's finances. What did you say? Mama Dot is like, I don't know. I don't remember. Then Chris walks in and he's like, I never asked you for any money. You've never paid any bill. You were literally living in a townhome. And from what we're hearing, you're not working right now. So technically, Candace is helping you, or Candace and her mother are helping you, which there's nothing wrong with it, but don't come with all your chest and be like, oh, you've never helped me. Like, boy, they've been carrying you for at least how long ever Candace has been on this show, and that's a reality. But I'm surprised Mama Dot didn't like say everything she said during the video shoot, but she's still shady because she tells Chris and Candace, she's like, well, I think the confusion is the mention of manager versus just a supportive husband, because that could be something that could be a legal problem, which makes sense. That's how Mary J. Blige's husband got money from her and all these husbanders. So, but it's good to know they have a prenup in place just in case. That's smart. Then we go to Mia. Mia, I don't know. Mia is a contradiction because in one hand she says she wants to kind of get closer to her family, in the other hand she kind of insults her family, kind of in the same breath. So she invites her mom and her kids to this ice cream outing, and she's so jealous of this her sister Rashida, who took her mom in after her mom did some time in prison. Of course, the mom has a closer bond to her because after you come out of prison, you have nothing. So this lady, whoever Rashida is, supported her, and now the mom is supporting her by watching her kids and everything. Then Mia is like, well, is it because I have myself together? Implying that Rashida doesn't have her stuff together. I'm like, huh? Why are you even talking about your sibling like this on national TV? Like, who are you trying to impress? You used to dance for money. So to be this judgmental is like, but that's what we get from Mia. Then we get to Wendy. Wendy's talking about the business meeting she had with Ed. Ascalia arrives. Ascalia is always, fashion is always on point. That's a beautiful woman. And Karen is already there talking about her candle prototype has already arrived, and they're gonna be in stores near you soon. So they discuss about the back to school give back, which is great. They're making like little bags for the school supplies and stuff. Then they discuss the shady photo shoot and how Mia was wrong about talking about Candice's finances, that was just uncouth. And finally discuss this upcoming couples trip, that I guess that's where the salad tossing happens. But they discuss it, they're excited, and we kind of move on. And they talk about Giselle's invitation and how shady it is. I guess it makes sense because the podcast is called Reasonably Shady. But yeah, I get what Wendy's saying. Like, why would you bring negativity to something so good? because it is your function, but that's Giselle for you. Then we get to Giselle's house. It's the day of the whole debut of the podcast. Apparently, she hurt her foot from all the crazy construction going around inside and outside her house. So she has a brace or something on her leg right now. But the decoration outside was actually pretty, which makes me feel like Giselle didn't put it together. She probably hired people. Robin arrives, obviously, because she's part of the podcast. Then the ladies kind of start trickling in. Ascalia arrives slaying. She looks so good. I'm not sure what what's that girl what Ashley had on, but she's postpartum, so that makes sense. Then Karen and Wendy arrived. Mia arrived as well. Everybody looked good. Everybody brought gifts. I think except Wendy didn't bring anything. Then Karen continues to advertise her 3-week candle, which is smart. I mean, millions of people are going to watch this. Why not? So she brings a champagne bottle and the candle, and I guess some scented ointments as well in the packaging, which was pretty. She gave it to Giselle. Then Giselle, the peaceful gathering is happening. She brings up the fact that, well, this almost didn't happen because I was going to tell Karen and Wendy to use the outside facilities. Like, why bring discord to your thing? But I guess a reality TV show. So hey, so Wendy's like, well, I didn't even want to come, so we're on the same page. Then they get mad that Wendy didn't want to come, and I'm like, who does that?